haven't met before, my name is Misty and I am a manifesting coach, and I am thrilled and excited today to have a very special guest. I have Father John Reed here with me today, and he is the author of Close Your Eyes and So You Can See Me. Father John also hosts a weekly radio show on KCAA Radio, which I listen to on iHeartRadio, and I've also found him on YouTube. Father John and I are just Instagram friends, and today is the first time we are meeting, and I am so excited to meet you. So excited that I forgot to screen record on our first phone call. So, Father John, I wanted to have you here today so that you could maybe share some insight. I'm doing an entire series this month on how to stay positive in a negative time. And I heard your radio broadcast on, I think it was Thursday, March the 19th, and you had a friend of yours on, a doctor, on the show.
Yes, Dr. John Smith, yes.
Yeah, that was a great interview with him. I really enjoyed that broadcast.
Well, great. I have to get you set up with him. He's also on Instagram.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'd love to follow him. So if anybody would like to follow Father John, you can follow him on Instagram, and also you're on Facebook as well too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
At Viewpoint with Father John.
Viewpoint with Father John. So, and that's the name of your radio show, Viewpoint with Father John. There's a couple of things that you said in that broadcast that I thought would be really great for our friends to hear right now. And one of them was you had an acronym, and it started with false, forget, and face everything. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yes, we have three acronyms for fear, which I talk about in my book. First one is false evidence appearing real. The second one is forget everything and run. And the third one is face everything and recover.
Right.
And when we can get to face everything and recover, we find out that we have a power we didn't suspect we had, and that we don't have to always be a victim.
Right. Okay. And that is exactly, underneath that is exactly what I have written down. And it's something that I work with my clients one-on-one with, and that when they can realize that this is not necessarily happening to you, and in some cases it's even happening for us to teach us lessons and to help build strength and character and things like that. And I love that you said that. And so I'd love to hear any more that you have to say on that, if you want to expound on that any.
Well, certainly. My experience has been, and the way I've been taught, is that life isn't about punishing us. Every bit of it is about pulling us closer to God, whatever our understanding of God is.
Right.
And so, absolutely, it's a thing done out of love by the universe, not a thing out of punishment. And when we change our reference point, so we understand that, it really changes our relationship with everything around us.
It does.
Because the way we see anything is the way we see everything.
Right. Exactly. You are right about that. And John, I really feel like right now this, and I'm encouraging our followers and my friends personally and all of my clients, and that this is a time of opportunity right now.
Yes.
That there's so many things that we can all learn and grow from that are happening right now. Especially 9 clients out of 10 before this happened 2 weeks ago. And I know you're in California, correct?
Yes.
And I'm right outside of New Orleans in Louisiana, and both of our states are one of the first states to go on lockdown, where we are mandated to stay home as long as we don't need to go to the grocery or for supplies. We are supposed to stay home, shelter in place. And so we have a lot of extra time on our hands. And before this, all of the clients that I was talking to, they all wanted to write a book, or they wanted to do an online course, and nobody had time for that to grow themselves personally. And now we have time for that.
Yes. Well, a friend of mine used to say that crisis time is awakening time.
Yes.
It gives us an opportunity to look at old situations with new eyes, in new ways. And for that very reason, maybe you have a book you've been wanting to write and you haven't taken the time. What a wonderful opportunity to revisit that and realize that you can do more than you thought your limitations were keeping you from.
Right. Yeah. And I love that you just use that word too, limitations, because so many people have a limiting belief.
Look, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Growing up, I was always taught that I was stupid, and I was told that.
Right.
And I found out later I'm dyslexic, and was told I would never go to college, and today I have a PhD because some people taught me that, well, I guess one of the best places, Richard Bach's book, Illusions, where it says, argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
That's funny. I just told, I have someone here with me, helping me, assisting me today, far away, 6 feet away, and that's what we were just literally talking.
When something negative happens, it sticks like Velcro.
Right.
But science has shown for us to recognize anything good that happens, we have to concentrate on that good thing that happened for at least 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then it stays.
Okay.
And so this is why writing gratitude lists daily, it gets us to focus on these great things that have happened, and it changes our outlook. And that's something we have power over.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, just spend a few minutes on it. Okay, the last thing, one of the things, you mentioned a book in that interview also that I have listened to a couple of times, and I'm still trying to grasp all of it, but one thing that definitely sticks out to me in the book that you were talking about from Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, is present moment thinking and being in the present moment, which I feel like you just kind of touched on a little bit. But what did you take away from that book, The Power of Now?
Well, a few things I took from it, but one of the most powerful things I took is, the way our mind works. We're either trying to fix the past or trying to forecast the future. And our greatest job is to get right here into the now. And when we could train ourselves to be right here, because that's the only place we can experience God is right here. God's not in the past or in the future. Then our whole life is before us in this here and now. And paying attention to our breathing helps us do that.
Yes.
Because can you breathe 10 minutes ago?
Yes. Right. No, you can't breathe 10 minutes ago. You can only breathe right now. I love that. And I do practice that daily, and daily gratitude practices, and I practice breathing, and I try to help other people realize that they're not filling their entire lungs up with air. And when you really think about enjoying every single breath and filling your entire lungs in the capacity, and then how much clearer you are right after that, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is. And it brings us down to, once we really discover the importance of it, is that what we've been looking for, we've been looking with. It's in there.
It's already there.
You don't have to chase after it.
That's so great. That is so great. So another thing that you said that you're doing right now, just to fill yourself with positive things, I think is how you had said it, is that you sit down and you write to your wife, you write her a love letter? Yes, I'm Eastern Orthodox. I'm allowed to be married. I know some people see the collar and they wonder about that. Yes, I have the most incredible wife that anyone could ask for. And so I sit down. She has no way of knowing how much I love her if I don't tell her. That's right. And, a friend of mine used to say that if you were to define the word love into one word, that word would be action. You do things for those you love because you want to for free and for fun. You don't barter, you just do it. Right. Yes. And right now, while everybody is at home, it could be so easy to think that the other person knows that you love them and you care for them because we're all taking care of each other right now. But taking action and being kind to one another right now, when everybody is a little bit more on edge than normal, is so important. Yeah. There's a P.P. Folk Jackson in the 1800s at Cambridge once said, we just gave him a lecture, it's no use trying to be clever. We're all clever here. Just try to be kind. Just be kind. A little kind. One of the prayers that I use personally is, God, reveal yourself to me in my life in a way that I will understand. And I do that daily because I have a fresh experience with God each day. But during this time, one of my favorite prayers goes like this. God, remove my fear and direct my attention to what you'd have me be. We don't have to hide our fear from God. God sees it. And when we hide it from
when we think we're hiding it from God, we're putting a space between us and God and our consciousness, which is the only place we can have space between us and God. And when we can come and be absolutely honest about what we feel and not edit it, we discovered that we've been loved the entire time. So those are a couple of prayers that I use daily to help bring me back. And then I spend an hour. Now, you don't have to spend an hour. I've been doing this for years. It used to be 3 minutes, seemed like forever. But I spend an hour in silence. And I just breathe. And I realize wherever I am, God is. And God's not confined to any religion. If God could be confined to a religion, he wouldn't be big enough to solve our problems. He, her, it, whatever your concept is.
Right.
God is big enough for all of us and many expressions. Any religion that teaches you to hate is junk religion.
Right.
It should be about love and seeing how God loves us so much that God comes through all these different religions to give us the same message, that God loves us.
That's
you didn't
beautiful.
ask that question, but
No, I love that, and I think that's probably exactly what people need to hear right now, and it makes so much sense to me. And just be kind, be available for him to fill that space in you, give him the space, and spend that time every single day, whether it's 3 minutes when you start or and leading up to an hour. And that is so valuable. And I think that most people need to hear that right now, because their brains are wandering into areas, and they're not giving him the chance to teach them to be calm and to be present.
Yes, and to be willing to change our mind about God.
Right.
I'm going to say something rather religious right now.
Okay, give it to us.
And it's the whole purpose with Jesus. Jesus didn't come to change God's mind about us. Jesus came to change our mind about God, because we felt distance and thought that those that we call sinners or on the edge of society didn't count. And Jesus came to say, no, you count very much. God has a special affinity for the poor and for the struggling and for those who just need, as you say, to be present for God. Yeah. You said so well yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I cannot wait to read your book. I have not read it yet. So can you tell us where it is available so I can order a copy?
Absolutely. It is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and most online bookstores. Now all the books have gone online instead of in brick and mortar stores, which I kind of miss because I love thumbing through those. But right now we can't go out to the bookstores.
We can't go anyway.
So right. Close your eyes so you can see me. And I'm working on a new book right now, Discovering God Through Our Brokenness. So that will hopefully be out within the next year or two.
Well, I'm thinking with the time that you have right now. Oh, I see your bird. He comes on. He's on Instagram all the time. You guys follow him on Instagram. He has this little bird in a lot of his pictures. What's his name?
Her name is Boo.
Oh, it's her name is Boo. I love that. That makes me smile every single time I see that. And that is how I am trying to go through every single day, finding the joy in the smallest of things and just being grateful for everything that I have around me and making new friends in unique ways. That's what, oh, look, that is so cute. I feel like I need, oh, she does. She came to see me. That's awesome. So would you do me the honor of maybe closing our video with a prayer for everybody? And I would love to have you back and talk directly just about your book if you have time for that in the upcoming weeks.
I would be delighted. May I say one quick thing before I go into the prayer?
Yes.
And that is something that's important to remember during this time. And that is, love is a divine paradox. When we go out to get, we come back empty. When we go out to give, we come back overflowing.
That's right.
So with that, let's take a moment in prayer.
Okay.
Father of us all, who has no stepchildren, that we're all your children, we ask for your guidance, for your love, and that you reveal yourself in our lives in ways that we'll understand, and that we may know the nearness of your love, which is always there for us. And we thank you that you express yourself in this program as well. We pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Father John, thank you so much for being here with us. I can't wait to talk to you again, and I look forward to seeing all your pictures with Boo on Instagram. And for everybody else, we'll be back here tomorrow. So until then, happy manifesting.